Gents, on our last live stream, we talked about why men should never chase after these modern women. And one of the reasons is clips like this.
Let me make something real clear for y'all in the comments, okay? I do not date broke men, period. I'm a 10, baby, top to bottom. And 10s, we come with a price tag. If you can't afford me, that's fine. Take a seat with the rest of the haters. But
Shut your mouth and your fat ass.
And trust me, a lot of you gents don't want to deal with those type of headaches. But a question that we continuously get in this space, or a criticism of men, is that men today are not providers.
When did it become such a problem for women wanting a man who's a provider? Like, since when is that such an issue? Because back in the day, but if you look in the Bible, men are supposed to be providers and women are supposed to be nurturers.
It's time to keep up your end of the bargain.
So when did the issue about a men providing become such a thing?
You changed the rules on me.
Now, gents, I believe that we can sum up all of this by a statement that I heard this young lady just make.
Black women don't know how to be a wife. Black women don't deserve to be a wife. That's the comments. That's the sections. That's the podcast talk. That's what the men say, especially the black men. I hear it a lot and I see it a lot. And it's cool because I agree.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Shaun C. I want to go back to the woman asking the question, why aren't men providers? This is the basis of anyone wanting to be married, starting a marriage, starting a family. The expectation is that men are going to provide. And what I hope to show for you tonight is that you still have men who will do for women that exact same way that's expected, but you don't have women who think the same way as before. See, y'all can't have it both ways. It's either men, you want men to be providers and to continue to do the things that you think they should do, or you accept that, hey, you might have to kick in a little bit differently than you did before. Either way, this marriage thing is talked about by people who aren't really serious. Now listen, I'm not saying that men should rush into marriage in its current form. But what I'm saying is, unless women start changing the conversation to being more realistic about what it is that they expect out of relationships, then we can't go forward with them because they are not wives. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and with that being said, let's get started. Now, gents, we're going to start off with this Joy Taylor and Kendra G video. Let's listen to this beginning discussion about marriage as it stands today.
Do you think that people still want to get married?
Oh, absolutely. But they don't want marriage. They want the wedding. I don't think a lot of women really want the job description of a wife.
Do you think that men want the job description of a husband?
They want the benefits of a husband, but they don't also want the job description of a husband either.
I agree with what Kendra G said in the beginning. She said women want the wedding, but they don't want the job description of wife. And this has been my argument on this channel the whole time. But then she goes on to say that men don't want the job description of being husband either. The expectation of what a wife should be and what a husband should be are completely different. Because what women say that they need from us has nothing to do anymore with the character of who we are. Yet they will tell you that we don't fit the job description as if our character is the one that changed. It's women's character has changed.
He's amazing emotionally, physically. Earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times. But he wasn't working for a couple of months, and I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown.
So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently. How long do I wait before I feel appreciated?
I didn't see that coming.
See, this is shocking to everybody, men and women in that audience. This dude was a boyfriend giving her husband-type responsibilities and duties while she was sick, while she was laid up. He wiping her up, making sure she was good. That's the kind of stuff that husbands do. That's the kind of something that somebody who wants to be in your life does. Being the type of woman that is going to help him get on his feet and do what he needs to do. No, you're ready to jump out the door as soon as possible. So I ask you, who's being the wife? Who's being the husband? Who is showing the traits of a wife? Who is showing the traits of being a husband? Women are not doing that anymore. We have not changed. Men's needs and desires are exactly the same. Y'all need to miss us with all that shit about, oh, well, the men don't want to be husbands anymore. It's not that men don't want to be husbands. It's that that men don't want to be fucking used. They want to make sure that you're there for the right reason, that you're not going to just sit and wait, and then as soon as another opportunity comes, you're going to bounce, just like this young lady. Women have to teach other women better when it comes to this respect, because if not, we're going to lose a generation of people. Actually, we're already there.
Throw away the grandma and grandpa's dating book. We do not live in that world anymore. Marriage was almost like a job for women. Whatever he was doing, and you just made your peace with it.
He was just doing nothing. Grandpa was just out there not doing a damn thing. And grandma was basically at a job. It's a job for both people because women now are actually working like men do. And then I see y'all bitching on the internet about, oh my God, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Why won't my husband come and save me? Gents, do y'all hear that too? I know y'all do.
All I want to know is, where's my husband?
It was us who would go out there and we would beat our bodies up until we die for you all and for the legacy of the family. So she's right. You have to throw out grandma and grandpa's book on this because women have changed. Men still will work the rest of their lives at a single job. Women don't want to do that. I'm going to show you why Kendra G is right about throwing out the book with grandma and grandpa. But you got to watch this clip right here to fully understand it about why women will never be like your grandma and we will never have grandma and grandpa relationships again, at least not in our lifetimes.
I think that I never wanted to get married because I ain't never seen a happy marriage.
I'm not surprised.
My grandma should have left her husband so long ago, but she is a dumb woman.
Wait, your grandma should have left her husband? She didn't even say grandpa, she said her husband. Okay.
And she is a weak woman. And she is a woman, I tell her to her face, I'd never want to be like you.
You see how disrespectful these young people are? You see how much these young people just don't understand and don't get the dynamics between man and woman, between her grandma and grandpa, and why this shit worked, why they can stay together so long? These young people today are ready to quit whenever they feel slighted or disrespected. Oh wait, newsflash, they're always slighted, they always in their feelings, and they always disrespected.
Now that I don't think none of my aunts, uncles, or nobody, all their marriages was horrible. So I just ain't never wanted to do that.
For one, we just call Granddad dumb.
She is.
Wow.
We talking about Granddad?
He's worse.
What have you ever committed to?
Have I ever committed fully in a relationship? Absolutely not.
And why are you talking to me like I'm your kid?
How can this woman talk about grandma and grandpa the way she's doing and not understand a damn thing about what it takes to be committed to somebody? Are you going to be perfect? No. You're talking about two individuals that are evolving and changing and also being influenced by the things and the people around them. This requires a level of understanding that most of these young people are not equipped to handle. So when I see young people get online, right, you want to talk about, oh, these people on the podcast and these men up here on the podcast. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I've seen it. And I'm telling you, looking at the statistics, this new shit ain't working. Kendra G and that young lady talks about, well, grandpa just did what he wanted to do, or he went out on grandpa and she just took it. I want you to hear what this woman says. New age woman, modern woman. Listen to this.
I'm gonna get in trouble for telling you guys this truth as an ex-married woman that a lot of married people don't want to say. Bitches be bored of their husband's dick. Like, really and truly, the only time bitches care if you're cheating is when you're broke. That's really it. And when you do it disrespectfully. The best advice I ever got from a married woman, and she is successfully married to a very successful man, 20 plus years, maybe. He's very successful. And she told me, girl, I hope he's cheating sometimes because I really don't feel like sleeping with him. I'm tired.
This is a huge problem in relationships that I slightly understand that you could be tired at times and you don't feel like doing it. But then there's also a sense of duty that we do owe to our partners to like totally just withhold it to the point where y'all not doing anything in months past or you haven't slept with each other in years. This is happening in a lot of marriages and relationships nowadays. But eventually they'll realize, look, I got a man that's desired. I can't keep his desire all the time. A smart woman would recognize that. Grandma understood the assignment.
See, most of us black women, most of us statistically were not taught how to be wives. It wasn't instilled. I come from a home where it was all grandmas, mamas, aunties, and a lot of girls that come from that. And I never saw a man in the household. ever as a husband figure. Never seen a woman make a man a plate. Never seen my mama run no showers, no rub no feet, go to the cleaners for their husband, ask them is they good, how was their day. Never in my life.
Fellas, you can't make her happy, okay? Stop trying to make her happy. You can't make her happy. And look, I tell men in therapy, in front of their wives, stop trying to make her happy. And the wife cut her eyes at me. What do you mean? What do you mean stop trying to make me happy? No, that's not his job. It's not his job to make you happy.
I'm afraid she has a point. That's one of the biggest misconceptions between men and women. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a movie or some type of proposal online and you hear men say some simp ass shit like, my job is to make you happy. Listen, we've all been there. Open up the book of Drizzleation. It says that all have simped and fallen short of pimping. Don't laugh! The mindset is we have been taught, trained, raised, especially if you've been raised by a single mother or around women, to make them happy. On the course of it, you start learning that if I do this or I do that, these women still unhappy. But in the process of trying to make them happy and they don't appreciate it, you become unhappy. So what about you, gents? What are you supposed to do? In this last clip, you're gonna see here on Fresh and Fit, you're gonna see this woman, she's not gonna even understand how she contradicts herself. And so many women contradict themselves when it comes to us and the expectations on men.
When women make their own money, the last thing they want to do is support a man. Last thing they want to do is support a man.
Believe it or not, no. When women make good money, they don't. When women make money, they don't need a man because they make enough money.
Okay, repeat that sentence again.
When women make enough money, they don't really need a man.
Okay,
because
say that one more time again.
When
women make what? What did you say? When women make money?
Enough money, they really don't need a man.
I wanted you to hear the contradiction. Women want you to make all the money, gents. They want you to be financially stable. They want you to build yourself up in this tough-ass world to a point that they can live comfortably because that's what you're supposed to do. Yet, when they make money, somehow they believe that they are exempt from having a responsibility to their man, to providing to the contributing and providing to that household too. Because again, this is the independent mindset of the modern woman. Women have changed. Women have reset everything. And as a result, men are done trying to even pretend like we should marry you all.